Hello everybody and welcome to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the USA Today 301 in the 18th race of our 2024 NASCAR Cup Series NR2003 season. Christopher Bell, two-time winner this year, starts on the pole alongside Joey Logano as your green and underway here from New Hampshire, who will be holding up a lobster at the end of today in victory lane. We're going to find out. Bell, Logano, two former winners here in New Hampshire on the front row. Behind them, Kyle Larson and Brad Keselowski. Of course, Christopher Bell won the season a couple times. Oh, in the trouble. Denny Hamlin in the wall. Down the backstretch, the 11. Last week's winner. And the cars slamming into cars back there. We got cars going everywhere. Oh, my. Kyle Busch bounced off the wall. You had Gralla and Suarez going down to the apron. All hell is breaking loose here in New Hampshire as Joey Logano leads the field on the opening lap of racing here in New Hampshire. I mean, some wild stuff going on behind us. There's some cars. Corey LaJoie in the inside wall. No yellow, he keeps it going the right direction. But my goodness, what a wild start to this race. LaJoie was battling Zane Smith, turns it almost perpendicular. Somehow Zane Smith saves it, and then Ryan Preece somehow keeps his car with only minor damage to the wall down there. LaJoie slaps the wall hard. Significant damage there for the 7, nearly 4 wide into turn 1 here with Chastain at the back of the field. We keep it green. And back at the front of the field, Logano leads over Christopher Bell. Of course, Logano was so successful here during the Gen 6 era, but no wins with this 7th generation car. Behind him, Christopher Bell, one of the best to ever do it here in New Hampshire. Of course, he has 2 Cup wins here back-to-back in 2021 and 2022. So he didn't win in 2020. He was second in 2021. He won in 2022. And in real life, last year, he was a very strong show and pace, as he's one of the favorites today. But Joey Logano leads the way here at his home track of New Hampshire Motor Speedway early in stage 1. Drove big caution on lap 4. Kyle Busch is around. The 8 of Kyle Busch with problems, and the 99 of Daniel Suarez also involved. So 3 wide down the backstretch. Kyle Busch, Daniel Suarez, and Carson Hocevar just squeezed together where there's no room, and Suarez spins in front of Kyle Busch. And then in comes Daniel Hemrick, who goes pow right into the back of Kyle Busch. Sends that 8 car spinning. Hemrick's destroyed. He gets hit by Harrison Burton. Of course, Burton has to find his way to get involved in it, as he always does. It was just 3 wide, so not making enough room here at New Hampshire. And that's how these guys went around. So Burton there. Got Ty Dillon, got a piece of it. Todd Gillen, Austin Cindric, big damage. Zane Smith piles in as well. And yeah, Hemrick got drilled by Todd Gilliland up there. So that's what brings our first caution of the day here in New Hampshire, with Joey Logano leading Christopher Bell. So we get back underway here on lap number 9. It's still Bell and Logano side by side for the race lead on the restart. This time Bell though the slight advantage, as our only DNF so far is Daniel Hemrick in the 31, the only one to DNF from that accident, so he'll be out in 36. So not a great day for Daniel Hemrick, but at the front, Christopher Bell is now taking the lead from Joey Logano. Bell trying to pull away and get a stage win and get a playoff point added to his total as he leads over Logano coming out of turn 4. Big run by Logano, but can't quite make the pass. Bell leads 10 laps in at New Hampshire. Now on a lap 20, change in the lead. Logano back to the front, drives right back around the 20 of Christopher Bell. And the 22 back in control here in New Hampshire could be the man to beat today, as he looks like that car has been lights out fast. Christopher Bell though coming back on the inside, big run out of turn 4, can't quite make it. Logano holds him off and remains in the lead here in the early stages of this race. So we got a restart after a caution came out. It's gonna be here at lap 56. Couldn't quite find why the yellow came out, but Logano and Christopher Bell side by side for the race lead. Back underway. Behind us though, coming down pit road, that's issues. That is Kyle Busch and Daniel Suarez, both with blown engines. And your 2022 NR2003 champion Daniel Suarez and of course 2-time Cup champion Kyle Busch are both out of this race with mechanical failures, and there's just incredibly tough struggling seasons continue. I mean, this is really shocking with Kyle Busch. Just uncharacteristic of him to be just this slow. He doesn't have the speed, and having all these bad luck is he's still a ways below the cut line. Logano has the lead. Now we move on to the last lap of stage 1. Logano looking to bring home the stage win. But back to what we were saying before, it's just really uncharacteristic of Kyle Busch to be struggling this much as he is in real life and in the game. And that's why he finds himself below the cut line, trying to find a way in with a win. But it's going to be an uphill climb this next 8 weeks if he wants to make it into the playoffs. But meanwhile, Joey Logano here in our season leading the way, looking like he will help himself out in his path to the playoffs. He came in 6 points below Ryan Blaney on the cut line after stage 1. Logano wins stage 1 here in New Hampshire. He'll take the lead because oh, trouble! Truex is up in the air in the back, and a huge crash as they come to the line at the end of stage 1. Keselowski came home second, Reddick third, Bell fourth, Larson fifth, Elliott sixth, Bowman seventh, Byron eighth, Briscoe ninth. McDowell gets the last stage point because Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex Jr. had a huge crash down coming out of turn 4. I don't know what happened to Martin Truex Jr. Also, he's slamming up the racetrack into the 48 of Bowman, gets on top of the 48 up in the air. The 3 piles in with nowhere to go in the back of Bowman's. Truex car is completely destroyed. I mean, look at the angle. Truex, who won this race last year in real life, is completely destroyed. Then Denny Hamlin slams into William Byron, who's trying to avoid it, which gets Bowman through, but damages both of them. And now what Denny was looking for is he was recovering from hitting the wall early. Looks like Truex is on the top lane of the racetrack, and all of a sudden he just goes down low like he's going to come down pit road and door slams Chase Elliott, wiping himself out right into Bowman and Austin Dillon, who have nowhere to go, and collect Truex up in the air. And of course, Byron and Hamlin just piling at the last, especially Denny, who almost made it past William Byron, but his cars, both Toyotas, Hamlin and Truex, destroyed. Dillon's got damage. Of course, Bowman and Byron also have damages. Reddick, Bell, Keselowski, and Elliott were able to get by safely on the inside there, avoiding the incident. Of course, these guys all piled into each other, and Briscoe, McDowell narrowly skate by, keep their races alive, and get a couple of stage points, but costly mistake for Truex, as he was running second, but he's destroyed. So in the end, Logano, your stage 1 winner here in New Hampshire. Now you get back underway in stage number 2 here on lap number 89. Is Joey Logano on the outside of Tyler Reddick, looking to take the lead away. Larson and Bell behind them. Logano, of course, been the dominant car of the day, been almost unstoppable, and once again shows out in the restart. Logano takes the lead. Big trouble behind us. Denny Hamlin hard on the wall. There goes Hocevar Gilliland around, and it's the big one. Cars slamming everywhere. 8, 9, 10 cars crashing down the backstretch here at New Hampshire, and the big one strikes, taking out many contenders here. Carson Hocevar saves the inside wall. Hamlin's destroyed. Todd Gilliland is involved. Justin Haley. Chris Buescher just drills Hocevar. Truex narrowly gets by. You got more cars piling in the back. Absolute carnage. LaJoy is in it. Ty Dillon involved. Harrison Burton. Kaz Grala back here. Eric Jones in the 43. Bubba Wallace, there's so many cars of all this huge race. It all starts coming out of turn 2. Hamlin just going a little bit too wide. Haley turns down the track into Hamlin, turns him head on. A hard hit for Hamlin. The outside, well, he clips Josh Berry, who saves it by sending Carson Hocevar to his demise, which cleans out Gilliland. Then they're all stacking up here. Stenhouse gets damaged. Big hit for Buescher and Hocevar. Then LaJoy and Jones pile in with Zane Smith and Kaz Grala. Ty Dillon gets sent spinning, and it's on from there. So a hard crash here early in stage 2 at New Hampshire takes out last week's winner, Denny Hamlin, and a couple guys having solid runs like Carson Hocevar, Chris Buescher, Todd Gilliland, Bubba Wallace, and more trouble up here. Blaney and Bowman have gone around with Michael McDowell as they were wrecking big behind him. These guys just got 3 wide, squeezed together, and around they went. Bowman, your Coke 600 winner. Blaney, of course, the 2023 Cup Series champion in real life. And Michael McDowell, the 2021 Daytona 500 winner, both go around. And back here, Noah Gragson gets into Ty Gibbs. Those two have history coming to the line, but it will still be Logano in control of this race, leading the way as he continues to do here on lap 95. Over Kyle Larson in second and Christopher Bell in third. And oh, upside down is the 43 of Eric Jones. He is up and over on his lid down the backstretch, crashing with Bubba Wallace and Zane Smith. Let's see what happened here as he gets launched up and over on his side and eventually rolls over to land on all fours. But a vicious crash for your Talladega winner, Eric Jones. It all starts when Bubba Wallace gets just turned there by Noah Gragson. And he gets clipped by Harrison Burton and slammed by Eric Jones, who had Zane Smith right there, which launches Jones in the air on his side. And he eventually comes down and lands on all fours. But Zane Smith done for the day here in New Hampshire as Joey Logano continues to dominate this race. Now he restarts alongside Kyle Larson here on lap 100, so 2:01 to go in this race. Larson leads the way, Logano second, Bell trying to get third away from Keselowski. Of course, Larson, these first laps of the day here, has been so strong all season long. Leading us now 3 wide back here, door slamming is Byron Briscoe and Austin Dillon. They save it, keep it going in the right direction, and we continue on racing. What's been a wild stage 2 so far compared to a somewhat constant, a few instances, but it's mostly Connor, here's the tight squeeze there. Ty Gibbs, Ryan Blaney, Michael McDowell, 3 wide, almost wrecking. They save it for now. Continue to go 3 wide up here with Byron, Briscoe, and Dillon as Larson driving away from Joey Logano with the lead here in New Hampshire, trying to bring home that win. And in the wall was Ryan Blaney. Around he goes in front of the pack, drilled by Ross Chastain. There's Justin Haley and Cindric who pile into him, and the caution will come out. Ryan Blaney, Ty Gibbs, too aggressive, slam the wall. And Blaney spins off the door of Bowman, gets hit by Chastain, then slammed by Justin Haley and his teammate of Austin Cindric, who is just destroyed and continues to have a no good season. As back to front, Larson leads the way here in New Hampshire. Now on a restart here on lap 176, getting closer and closer to the end of stage 2. This is just now with 8 to go in the stage as Tyler Reddick, who was taking lead from Christopher Bell, who after that caution had a long run and just leading the race, pulled it away from the field. But he's down in seconds. Tyler Reddick takes full advantage of the yellow with 8 to go in the stage and tries to bring home his 4th stage win of the season. As back here you can see Josh Berry, Chase Briscoe fighting for position alongside the 3 of Austin Dillon. As Keselowski has also gone around Bell into second, so not a good restart for the 20. But Tyler Reddick now in a great spot to win stage 2 here in Loudon as we move on now the last lap of stage 2. Tyler Reddick still with a solid 4/10 of a second lead over Brad Keselowski in second, and Christopher Bell hounding him there in third. But Reddick looks like he will take advantage of the late caution and the restart, and Logano and Bell not being great on the restarts today gives Reddick the race lead, and he'll capitalize and get a stage win here. It's through 3 and 4 for the final time in stage number 2 here in New Hampshire. Tyler Reddick will get his 4th stage win of the season. Reddick wins stage 2 in Loudon. Bell second, Keselowski third, Logano and Elliott the top 5, then Larson, Gregson, Briscoe, Dillon, Byron the top 10, and that Dillon's Austin Dillon, as Ty is also in this race. But so Tyler Reddick wins stage 2. Now here we are on the final stage, 102 to go in this race. Christopher Bell takes the lead away from Tyler Reddick and now tries to drive away to get that 3rd win of the season, and he'd really be up there with Chastain now for the favorite for making a run to go back-to-back titles here for Christopher Bell, as your defending champion Bell leads the way here. 100 to go in New Hampshire. Now a caution comes out here with just 60 laps to go. Tyler Reddick has been put in the lead once again on the restart, but Bell, Elliott, and Keselowski have been trapped 1 lap down because this caution happened right in the middle of a green flag pit stop cycle. So Bell, Elliott, and Keselowski were 3 of the best cars, so they are now trapped a lap down and basically out of contention unless they can somehow catch a yellow to go their way. But that would be highly unlikely, but we'll see. But Christopher Bell got an uphill climb to get back to the front where he's dominating. He's led well over 100 laps today, but still is not the lead as Reddick leads Joey Logano here in New Hampshire. Now down to just 50 to go. Logano on the inside of Tyler Reddick trying to take the lead back and put it for good. Both these guys are trying to win their way into the playoffs. Logano and Reddick. Larson, of course, already has the win at Kansas, and Logano takes the lead away from Tyler Reddick in lap traffic. And Logano to the point with just 49 laps to go in New Hampshire. Now caution comes out with about 12 to go, which means you have a restart here with 9 to go in New Hampshire. It's Larson side Logano. Larson gets the advantage, clear the line. The wrecking behind us. There's Truex around in front of the pack, and the caution is out just as we go green. Martin Truex Jr. gets spun out. He's had a multitude of issues. Of course, he was the one almost upside down the end of stage 1. He gets dumped by Michael McDowell to begin the restart, and the caution comes out. So I'll have Larson and Logano once again on the front row. And it's a restart now with just 4 laps to go here in New Hampshire. Who'll go victory lane? Larson, Logano, Reddick. We will see as we're green and back underway in New Hampshire. 4 laps to go. Logano on the outside, Larson on the inside, even going into turn 1. Larson down low, Logano up on the top. Larson gets a bad entry to turn 1. And through the center of the corner, Joey Logano's car accelerates with the run on exit, and Logano is clear for the lead at New Hampshire with just 4 to go, trying to punch his ticket in the playoffs from below the cut line and be back to have another shot at fighting for a championship, which would be his 2nd, as Logano leads the way here in New Hampshire with just 3 laps to go. And now white flag in the air, final lap presented by Credit One Bank at New Hampshire for Joey Logano. He has about now 0.6 of a second back to the 5 of Kyle Larson, who tried but did not get the run he needed on the restart and is trying to close back in. Looks like he's going to run out of time. Reddick in 3rd, who capitalized all day long on restarts. And of course, Christopher Bell is a lap down in 8th, but he's 4th on the racetrack. It's through 3 and 4 for the final time. Win and you're in, and that's what Joey Logano is going to do here in New Hampshire. Logano wins and punches his ticket to the playoffs. Larson 2nd, Reddick 3rd, Christopher Bell 4th, Austin Dillon Sorry, Bell's not 4th. It was Austin Dillon 4th, and William Byron rounds out your top 5, followed by Noah Gragson and Chase Briscoe 6th and 7th. Bell a lap down in 8th, then Elliott Keselowski 9th, and Elliott rounds out your top 10. So Joey Logano gets his 29th career win today in the USA Today 301 at New Hampshire and goes from 17th to in the playoffs with a victory. As we see your final race results, of course, Logano led the most laps, was mainly one of the dominant cars alongside Christopher Bell. He brings home the win, deservedly so. Kyle Larson comes home with a strong 2nd place finish, his best at this track. Tyler Reddick comes home 3rd. Austin Dillon, a season best 4th place finish after all the struggles he has endured. Then William Byron has the top 5. Noah Gragson, Chase Briscoe, great day for Stewart-Haas Racing, 6th and 7th. And then Christopher Bell, of course, chopped a lap down. Him, Keselowski, and Elliott, 8th, 9th, and 10th. And they definitely, all 3 of them had top 5 cars, especially Bell had a winning car for sure. And then you got Josh Berry, another top 15 for SHR driver. Good run for him. Truex had all his issues, ends up 16th. Blaney 20th and Bowman 22nd. The damages from their incidents set them back pretty heavily. And then, of course, Chastain, rough day, 25th. Hamlin crashes out in 30th. Same for Suarez and Busch down 34th and 35th. So Logano wins at New Hampshire. And that moves the playoff cut line up 1 spot as he wins our 14th different winner, which leaves just 2 spots on points with 8 races to go until the playoffs. Of course, Logano jumps all the way up to 7th with the win on the playoff grid, sitting pretty comfortably in. And now it's just Chase Elliott and Tyler Reddick, the last 2 in on points. Both got a full race above the cut line. Elliott 69 to the good and Reddick 66 above the cut line because they've been so strong all year long. With Ryan Blaney just below, 66 points below the cut line still. It's a long way to go full race. Everyone else below him pretty much must-win territory already for Buescher, Berry, Stenhouse. Well over 100 points for all of them. So until the next episode, we'll be racing at Nashville Super Speedway. I hope you all have a good one.